Today, more than 90,000 Japanese people have already lived past 100, an impressive number for a country with just over 120 million inhabitants. Meanwhile, in the West, we follow a different path: crowded gyms, stacks of supplements, apps promising miracles. And yet, after 50, many people still face pain, limitations, and loss of energy. So, what is the secret of the Japanese? Researchers from universities like Harvard and Stanford traveled there to observe the daily lives of these elders up close. What they found was not intense workouts or extravagant diets. What truly stood out were simple gestures, repeated every day, almost imperceptible to anyone who doesn't know what to look for. Movements so basic that many Western doctors had dismissed them. But when imaging tests and balance assessments were applied, the results spoke for themselves. The impact of these habits on the body and brain was profound. One of them, in particular, practiced for just 2 minutes a day, was associated with 7 extra years of healthy life. So if you've started noticing stiffness in your legs, slower reflexes, or that feeling your mind isn't as sharp, this video might open a new perspective. Today you'll discover 5 Japanese movement habits that help maintain clarity, vitality, and independence without gyms, expensive medicine, or excessive effort. And before revealing the first habit, I have a simple request. Leave your name and the country you're watching from in the comments. It's always inspiring to see how far this message reaches. Number 5. Radio Taiso. The ritual that awakens an entire nation. Imagine waking up and even before having breakfast, hearing a gentle piano melody on the radio. It's not the weather forecast nor the news. It's a collective invitation to move. Every day, precisely at 6:30 a.m., millions of Japanese people, from school children to elders over 90, start the day the same way, with Radio Taiso. This ritual was created in 1928, inspired by public health programs in the United States, and designed to strengthen the population in times of crisis. Banned during the American occupation after World War II, it returned in 1951, modified to be less rigid and more accessible. Since then, it has become part of Japanese cultural identity. The routine lasts just over 3 minutes, consisting of 13 simple movements: arm circles, gentle bends, side stretches, torso twists, and knee lifts. There's no sweat, no exhaustive effort. The grace is in the flow, almost like a collective dance, practiced in sync by millions, in parks, schools, offices, apartment complexes, and even nursing homes. The health impact is substantial. Research shows that elders who practice radio Taiso have fewer falls, less chronic pain, and maintain a greater range of motion even past 80. A 12-week study with frail participants showed improvements in balance, aerobic endurance, and even emotional well-being. Another study with over 18,000 participants found that regular practice was associated with a lower risk of functional dependency and even dementia. But perhaps the secret isn't only physical. Radio Taiso is also a social ritual. Practicing it means connecting. Parks fill at dawn, neighbors gather, school children in uniform and elders side by side, all moving together. This sense of belonging, of starting the day as one, contributes to its lasting benefits. And the best part? You don't need anything. You can do it in pajamas, barefoot, in your living room or kitchen. Just 3 minutes, but enough to act as a daily reset button for body and mind. Tip: to get the most out of it, do it right after waking up when your muscles are most receptive. Think of it as a small renewal ritual, a simple gesture repeated every day that can add years of vitality to your life. Number 4. Deep squat. The forgotten posture that keeps the body young if you walk through a park in Kyoto or Tokyo. You may be surprised by a curious scene. Men and women with white hair, many in their 70s or 80s, squatting on the ground as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Some chat, others read the newspaper, others tend small plants. None of them seem uncomfortable. Now try it yourself. For most people in the West, holding a deep squat for more than a few seconds is nearly impossible. And it's not just a lack of flexibility. It's a reflection of modern life, where chairs have replaced the floor, elevators replace stairs, and our ankles and hips have lost the freedom they once had. In Japan, squatting is not exercise, it's simply living, and that's what makes it so powerful. Japanese researchers have shown that the ability to maintain this posture is directly linked to independence in old age. In long-term studies, people who could sustain a deep squat had a lower risk of losing mobility, less need for assistance, and even fewer signs of cognitive decline. Another recent study showed that a simple home squat routine a few times per week improved leg strength, balance, and confidence for daily tasks, like getting up from a chair or carrying groceries. A key detail: a deep squat is only possible if the ankles remain mobile. This joint, often stiff in people who spend most of their lives sitting, allows hips and knees to move naturally. In Japan, where sitting on tatami mats, using low toilets, or gardening in a squat is common, ankles are always active. Biomechanically, this simple gesture does far more than stretch, strengthens the pelvic floor, essential to prevent incontinence, keeps hips and knees lubricated and aligned, distributes body weight without stressing the spine, activates stabilizing muscles that prevent falls. The best part, you can relearn this skill. Start near a wall or sturdy chair. Place a folded towel under your heels if they don't touch the floor. Hold for a few seconds, then rise. Repeat several times a day. Slowly, your body remembers. It's not just exercise. It's reclaiming a movement code ingrained in our bones since childhood. Once you rediscover this posture, the floor ceases to be distant. It becomes an ally for balance, strength, and independence. Number 3. Standing on one leg. Balance that trains the brain. In Japan, doctors don't only prescribe medicine or conventional exercises for elders. They recommend something simple but powerful. Stand on one leg for 1 minute, twice a day. It may seem silly, but science proves its benefits. A 15-year study tracked 12,000 Japanese adults over 60. Those who practiced single-leg balance regularly had 68% fewer hip fractures, 75% fewer fall-related hospitalizations, and increased gray matter in brain regions responsible for balance and coordination. When you stand on one leg, your body performs hundreds of micro-adjustments per minute. Core, hips, ankles, and even the vestibular system in the inner ear engage. The brain lights up, reinforcing neural connections and improving plasticity. How to start safely. Stand near a wall or counter. Lift one foot a few centimeters off the ground. Focus on a fixed point. And breathe normally. Begin with 20-30 seconds per leg, increasing gradually. Want a challenge? Try closing your eyes or move your arms slowly. This pushes the brain further and improves coordination. Many Japanese elders even do this while brushing their teeth, turning daily habits into longevity rituals. Number 2, floor transitions. Your daily vitality test, Sitting and rising from the floor is a skill many of us forget in adulthood. In Japan, it's routine. They eat, drink tea, watch TV, and socialize on tatami mats, standing up dozens of times a day. Researchers found that this simple movement is a powerful indicator of healthy aging. A study of over 10,000 elders showed that those who could sit and rise without using their hands had better leg strength, joint flexibility, and cognitive function. Surprisingly, they also had lower mortality over the following 6 years. Why? Rising from the floor requires coordination, core stability, spatial awareness, and motor planning, all functions that quietly decline after 50. How to practice safely. Start kneeling using a chair or low stool for support. Rise slowly, keeping the core engaged. Repeat 2 or 3 times daily. Use mats or carpets to reduce impact on the knees. It's more than strength or flexibility. It's maintaining independence. The day you can't get off the floor is the day autonomy begins to fade. Number 1, towel twist. 2 minutes that transform the body. Finally, the most surprising movement. The towel twist, known in Japan as tenugui hibiki. Just 2 minutes a day, but with effects lasting decades. Hold a towel at shoulder height, arms extended. Pull outward gently, then twist your torso to one side, keeping the hips forward. Hold a few seconds, return to center, and twist the other side, maintaining tension. This simple gesture activates deep stabilizer muscles rarely used in regular workouts. Neuroimaging shows both hemispheres of the brain activate simultaneously, improving coordination, memory, and reaction time. Long-term results are impressive. A 20-year study of 15,000 Japanese elders found that those practicing the towel twist daily lived 7 years longer, maintained grip strength above the independence threshold, and had bone density comparable to people 20 years younger. Practical tip: do it in the morning and before bed. 2 minutes, a towel, no equipment, no sweat, but potential to transform strength, mobility, and mental clarity. These 5 movements may seem simple, but they are powerful tools to keep your body and mind strong, active, and independent. It's not about extreme strength or hours in the gym. It's about attention, care, and consistency. You don't need to go to Japan or buy expensive equipment. Start small, move with purpose, and give your body a chance to age with balance, strength, and clarity. Which of these movements will you incorporate into your routine first?